So my name is Kaeli Dressler, and I'm currently serving as the president of the International Andalusian and Lusitano Horse Association. And here today with me, I have Summer Starr. Summer is a 19-year-old from Tucson, Arizona, and a longtime member of the IALHA. Summer is currently attending Pima Community College and studying engineering. For a long time, members watching, you may recall that Summer has competed at the IALHA Nationals as a 6, 7, 8, and 9-year-old. And Summer was also awarded the IALHA Youth of the Year in 2015. She began her horse show career with IALHA, but has since expanded her horizons and now competes in USDF Dressage, Western Dressage, and Working Equitation. Summer has recently earned the qualifications for the World Association of Working Equitation Young Riders Championship in Ponte de Lima, Portugal in July of this year. So welcome, Summer, and thank you for visiting with me today.
Thank you very much. I'm excited about it.
So Summer, tell us just a little bit about you, about your background, how you got involved with horses and in working equitation in particular.
So I've been involved in horses for almost my entire life. My mom has bred Andalusian and Lusitanos for a very long time, longer than I've been alive. And my first couple horses, in fact, were Andalusian Lusitano crosses. So I started out there. I did a lot of Western riding on them. My mom is a cowgirl at heart, so I learned Western first. I started on a couple different mares of hers that were mostly Andalusians, but I rode a Lusitano cross. And when I started riding my Lusitano mare, I fell in love with the sport of working equitation. And that was when I was 8, and it was in 2012. I rode my first working equitation competition. And it was just a blast. I loved it. And since then, I've done working equitation for every year since then. So 2015, 2012 about to now, which is 11 years since I was 8.
You've been competing.
And in the last 2 years, I started riding traditional dressage because I wanted to expand out and learn more about horsemanship, and I did some dressage. I've also shown some Western dressage. So
awesome. That's amazing. So you've competed in a whole variety of equestrian disciplines over the years. And can you say a little bit more about what you enjoy about working equitation in particular, and what kind of horses do you find really excel in the sport?
So I've ridden quite a few different breeds of horses in working equitation, but I would say that my personal favorite to ride is a Lusitano. And it's because they're naturally balanced, they're naturally athletic, and it just lends themselves to the sport. The sport of working equitation was created in the Mediterranean, and it's supposed to be focused on a horse that is a working partner. And there's a big emphasis on having a horse that is good at dressage while also being capable of going through obstacles, which might be a little bit scary or difficult or challenging. And then the fourth phase is actually cattle. So the Lusitanos, they do so well in the dressage and obstacles, and then they're just a little bit feisty and they have a little bit more power. So going into the, speed into the cattle is always fun on a Lusitano.
That's amazing. So congratulations on qualifying for the Huawei Young Riders Championships in Portugal this summer. That's quite an achievement. Tell us what you had to do to qualify and what you're looking forward to most.
So thank you very much. I'm very excited about the opportunity. To qualify for this, I've been riding working equitation for obviously a very long time, as I've mentioned. This year, I competed level 6, which is the second to top level. Level 7 is masters and is considered international. Riding level 6, me and my Lusitano stallion, Haman, he's 11 years old, we qualified 2 weekends ago, actually, with a 68% average at the competition. So it's like a dressage score. So we earned about a 68%. And we've been working really hard. I mean, I train with my dressage coach weekly, and I work with my mom to do obstacles and improve my own skills and work towards it. And then it's just a partnership that I've built with my horse, just long spending time with him. In order to qualify as a Team USA member, go Team USA, I had to be selected by a committee, and that committee selected me and put my name in. So that was nominating me to represent the US. And then after I was nominated, I had to earn that qualifying score. In order to be nominated, the committee wanted to see if I had potential to win the qualifying score. So over the past year, I had been competing at that pretty high level, but I hadn't been putting down my scores as like, I want to go to the World Championship yet. After I was nominated, that's when I did my final qualifying ride. And I really pushed, I can do this. I want to do this. Me and my horse are there. We're going to be awesome.
That's great. That's great. So tell us a little bit about Haman.
So Haman is a Perlino Lusitano stallion. He's 11 years old this year. So he's 11 years old. He's exactly as old as I've been riding working equitation. Sorry, those things just connected.
That's awesome.
He was bred in the US by Sharon Moore in New York. She raises Ashmore Lusitanos. Me and my mom have had him since he was a yearling, and she started him. I call him Humbug because his attitude, he's a little begrudging sometimes, so Humbug is what I like to call him. He's just my fun little bar name for him. He's a little bit standoffish, and he's not real personable. Like, he doesn't want to walk up to you for cuddles and things, but he loves his work. And he actually enjoys dressage, and he enjoys like the academic part of work more than any other thing. And I've never had a horse like that, because most of my mares, they want to go out on the trail, they want to jump things, but Humbug is all about the work. He's like, I can do it perfect. I can do it every single time. Let's go do it. It's going to be awesome.
That's neat. He enjoys that challenge.
Exactly.
Well, share with us what you know so far about the Huawei Junior Championships and how it will be conducted, how it'll run, what's going to happen.
So for me personally, I'm going to share as much information as I have, but I don't have it all down yet. So the championships happen from the 4th of July to the 9th of July. The 4th of July is going to be a vet check-in day. So me and the barn I'm staying with are going to ship up there on the 4th, and then we're going to do a vet check. So a little jog trot like you do at an FEI or you do at a CDI for dressage. And then once my horse passes, then the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th will be, and the 8th will all be show days. So we'll be competing, and I'll be riding probably one phase a day. So dressage one day, and then 2 obstacle days and 1 cattle day. And then we'll have an awards ceremony on the 9th, and then I'll be shipping home. As far as my fellow competitors, I'm very excited to be representing the US, but sadly I'm the only one going. In the future, hopefully we'll have a more full team, and it'll be awesome and fun. But I'm just proud to be representing the US. Including the US, there were 22 countries invited to the championship.
Wow.
I know for a fact there will be Spaniards there and Portuguese, probably some Colombians, probably some Brazilians, probably some Mexicans. Not really sure about the other countries, but I'm excited to meet them all and be, have great camaraderie with everyone. For me, an interesting fact about it is that I'm not going to actually be shipping my horse, because the quarantine and the shipping for a stallion is a little bit too much. So I'm going to be renting and leasing a horse, most likely a Lusitano, which I'm super excited about. It's going to be awesome.
That's so neat. What sorts of things are you personally doing to prepare for the competition?
Well, to prepare for it, the biggest obstacle for me, other than just taking into my regular riding and my regular habits with that, is I have to fundraise for it because it's a great expense. I mean, I'm going to a world championship. I have to buy my team uniforms and stuff. So doing a lot to fundraise. My mom is helping me a lot with that. So we have an online auction going and we have a couple raffles going, and that's really awesome. You can find that on Facebook at Summer Stars Huawei Young Riders Championship Fundraiser. I will also be sharing my whole entire trip there when I start getting going and when I start posting more things about it. I'm super excited to share it all. And then it's also a super educational opportunity for me as a young rider because it's the first time that I'm going to be representing the US and that young riders are going to be at a world championship show. So I'm going to be sharing some of the knowledge I learn, and hopefully some people get some knowledge out of that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. We'll be sure and share that link so that people can follow along on your journey. I know our whole IALHA community will be excited to see how you do and cheering you on and supporting you. And
Thank you.
Wow, you're studying engineering in college, and how do you balance all this with your equestrian interests and pursuits and goals along with your academic ones?
Well, so I'm very lucky. I chose to take 2 years and go to a junior college. I'm going to community college right now instead of going directly into university. And those 2 years were actually so I could qualify for the North American Youth Championships on Humbug for dressage. But that's my goal for next year. But in doing that, I made my schedule mostly online for school. So I spend quite a few hours a day doing that, but I try to do it at night where I can't be outside working with the horses in the daylight. And then I also have the benefit of I work with horses as my job. So even when I go to work, even when I'm earning money, I'm still trying to get better at my own riding. I'm still thinking about, oh, how can I improve this with my own horse? How can I become better at this? So I'm very fortunate in that.
That's great. That's great. Well, you're clearly very dedicated and will surely serve as a role model for others. And so hopefully you'll get some interest piqued and help others know that they can do it too. So what advice would you give to young people who are interested in getting involved with horses or with working equitation?
Well, more than anything, just have fun with it. I think that my greatest achievements in riding and everything have come from periods when I was just in love with being with my horse. It was just so much fun. It was the most fun I could have. And that's really when you improve, that's when you get better. I would also advise people to reach out. I think there's a lot of good resources like how to learn and how to improve and how to where's my passion in the horse world? Where can I go? IALHA has been really great for me because I got to meet so many people and so many different disciplines just because it's a breed organization, not necessarily a discipline organization. So, I recommend people find their breed and they go out and they're like, wow, what do these horses excel at? And they find that because that's always fun for me. And I think that is good advice.
Yeah, meet others who are interested in that breed and find out what all the various things that they're able to do or that they're good at. And we know Andalusians and Lusitanos excel in lots of disciplines, but in particular working equitation, they're just excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time this evening and for telling me a little bit about your accomplishments and about this opportunity that you have seized. Best of luck to you and championships and all your future endeavors too. We'll be cheering you on.
Thank you very much. It was great to talk to you.
All right, same here.